Excellency the President, for presenting this year's message on the State of the Nation's address in accordance with Article 67 of the 1992 Constitution. Mr. Speaker, I would like to focus my contribution on the following areas: law and order, peace and security, and administration of justice. Mr. Speaker, on page 2, paragraph 3 of the statement, Mr. Speaker, and with your permission, I quote, "The primary responsibility of the state towards its citizens is to provide and guarantee peace and security." Mr. Speaker, it's worth noting that there has been a significant expansion of the Ghana Armed Forces, the police service, and other security agencies. There has been a major facelift to the Ghana Police Service headquarters, which His Excellency pointed out. Mr. Speaker, I want to state that under this government, we have seen the completion of a major historical construction of 540 police unit accommodation at the Kwabenya in my constituency. Mr. Speaker, this edifice has a primary school, it has a market complex, it has fueling stations for all police vehicles and motorbikes, it has a recreational facility, it has a DVLA office, and many more. And indeed, Mr. Speaker, I think this is really unprecedented and unmatched. Again, Mr. Speaker, His Excellency the President stated that we have witnessed significant increase in police visibility. And on our streets, as we would all attest to, we see the police presence on our street. It's making our drivers more disciplined, and it has actually reduced the high crime rate in our communities, Mr. Speaker. Again, we have seen our police service with the best vehicles on our streets, with the best uniforms, and also better conditions of service, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, due to the high police presence, as I've earlier stated, there's been a drastic reduction of crime in our country, Mr. Speaker, and I think that we ought to commend the President and the government for it. Mr. Speaker, I would like now to deal with the progress we have made as a government in the administration of justice. Mr. Speaker, I strongly believe as a person, this is my personal conviction, that every leader or president must leave a legacy for which he or she will be remembered for when he is no more a leader. Mr. Speaker, just as we remember Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, our first president, for the construction of our motorway and many more, this country shall forever, Mr. Speaker, be grateful and remember His Excellency the President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo for the conscious and well-calculated effort and plan to improve and transform our judicial infrastructure, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, on the State of the Nation's message that was presented by the President, paragraph 2, and Mr. Speaker, I quote, "As at 31st January 2024, 67 courthouses had been inaugurated." Mr. Speaker, I am pleased to add that the Kwabenya Circuit Court is one of these 67 courts that has been constructed.
Honorable Member, I can see the Deputy Whip of the minority. Yes, please.
Mr. Speaker, is seriously misleading this House. Simply because, Mr. Speaker, he is taking the credit of this House and your good self and the Honorable former minority leader from us. Mr. Speaker, I remember that the judiciary infrastructure that is being provided through the District Assembly Common Fund, Mr. Speaker, was initiated by this House, not His Excellency the President. Mr. Speaker, the Court of Appeal Houses in Kumasi was initiated by this House, not His Excellency the President. Mr. Speaker, they all were funded by the District Assembly Common Fund. And Mr. Speaker, it was you as the Speaker, the Honorable Hon Ahmed Ibrahim, as the minority leader, who said that the court infrastructure in this country is so bad that we must allocate portion of the common fund disbursement for that. Mr. Speaker, this didn't come from the central government disbursement. It was initiated from this house, approved by this house, and Mr. Speaker, we went to supervise it as a committee of local government and rural development. Mr. Speaker, if His Excellency wants to have a vision for which he will be remembered for, he should go and look for another one. For this one, it was initiated here and performed here. How can you be struggling for this Assembly Common Fund programs? Abba!
You keep on undermining the relevance of Parliament by attributing whatever you do and achieve to others. This actually was done here in Parliament, and we, year in and year out, approve the money from the common fund to support the judiciary, to do what you're talking about. The president is taking it away from us. You are supporting him. And the judiciary, I have had personal discussion with the Chief Justice on this. They are aware that we approve the money, and we get it released from the common fund for the execution of the projects. Now the president is taking it, and members are commending him for being his legacy, not yours. How would they see your relevance? And how would they value you? And how would they support you? But that is what has been captured by the president. And so she is commenting on that. The only thing is that you should disagree with the president. It's also for you to disagree. Democracy doesn't thrive in society of timorous souls. I repeat, democracy doesn't thrive in the society of timorous souls. If your president is wrong, tell him in the face, Your Excellency, with the greatest respect, you got this wrong. This is what is right. Please, let's be bold enough. You like quoting, be bold, be bold. Be bold, but don't be a bully. That one, I agree with you.